Now, Shaykh al-Islam Abu Ismail al-Harawi, he says, Ibn al-Qayyim relates a statement from him, still on the third portion of the dua that he makes in the beginning. وَإِذَا أَذْنَبَ اسْتَغْفَرَ. He says, if the individual was to perform a sin, then they seek forgiveness from Allah. He mentions the statement by Shaykh al-Islam, and he is referring to Abu Ismail al-Harawi, who has the book called Manazil al-Sa'idin, and that is a book that Ibn al-Qayyim explained, which is his famous book titled Madarij as-Salikin. So here he says, Rahimullah, العارف يسير إلى الله بين مشاهدة المنة ومطالعة عيب النفس والعمل. He says that the knowledgeable person travels or journeys to Allah between two things: witnessing the blessings, and always holding to account the deficiencies of his self and his action. Mutala'a is to always review. Okay, عيب النفس والعمل. And then he says here, وهذا Ibn al-Qayyim mentions here, وهذا معنى قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم في الحديث الصحيح حديث سيد الاستغفار أن يقول العبد اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا عبدك وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت أبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي فاغفر لي إنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت. Ibn al-Qayyim mentions the dua which is called Sayyid al-Istighfar, and this is a hadith sahih, and it is on the authority of Bukhari, number 6323, where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sayyid al-Istighfar an yaqul al-abd. Let's first stop here. Sayyid means the leader. So this is the lead form of seeking forgiveness from Allah, meaning that it is going to be fairly comprehensive. And when one says it, it is shamil, it is comprehensive, and it is, dare we say, complete when wanting to seek forgiveness from Allah, because it contains two particular very important portions that Ibn al-Qayyim is going to talk about. So he says, Sayyid al-Istighfar, the leader of Istighfar, is for the servant to say, "Oh Allah, you are my Lord. There is no one worthy of worship except you. You created me, and I am your servant. And I am upon your agreement or bond and promise as long as I am able to. I seek refuge in you from the evil that I have done. Abu'u laka bi ni'matika alayya. I admit to you the blessings that you have given me. Wa abu'u bi dhanbi. And I admit and acknowledge my sins. So forgive me. Forgive me. Verily, no one forgives the sins except you." Ibn al-Qayyim continues on, or he mentions an explanation of this. فجمع في قوله صلى الله عليه وسلم أبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي مشاهدة المنة ومطالعة عيب النفس والعمل. He says, so the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam joined between the two things that Shaykh al-Islam mentioned earlier, which is witnessing the blessings and coming upon reviewing and monitoring the deficiencies of the self and of the actions. And then he says here, فمشاهدة المنة توجب له المحبة والحمد والشكر لولي النعم والإحسان. This is fiqh. He says, so firstly, witnessing the blessings necessitates love and praise and gratitude for the owner, a giver of the blessings and excellence, or the one that controls the affairs of the blessings and excellence, which is Allah. So in other words, when you recognize what Allah has bestowed upon you, or what's been given to you, or what you've been granted, that which is beyond your own control, when you recognize that, that should necessitate your love of Allah. I see my children, I see the knowledge that I have, I see, the intellect, the strength that I have. I realize it is beyond me to be given. I'm not the giver of it. So that increases my love of Allah. And then he says, وَمَطَالَعَةَ عِيبِ النَّفْسِ وَالْعَمَلِ تُوجِبُ لَهُ الذُّلَّ وَالْإِنْكِسَارَ وَالْإِفْتِقَارَ وَالتَّوْبَةِ فِي كُلِّ وَقْتٍ وَأَلَا يَرَى نَفْسَهُ إِلَّا مُفْلِسًا. Allahu Akbar. And then he says the second portion, and coming upon or arriving at the deficiencies of the self and the actions necessitates or should result in debasement and brokenness and depravity, and also seeking forgiveness at every moment, and not to see himself except someone that is poor, that is without anything, And that is one of the signs of true humility. You know, humility, and even in English, means humus, which means to be low to the earth. You are not mutakabbir. You are not thinking that you are high or above everyone, to where you belittle everyone else. You know, the beautiful statement is that the mutakabbir, the arrogant person, is like the man standing on a mountain. He sees everyone else is small. But little does he realize that everyone else that he is looking at as small from the top of the mountain, thinking that he's higher than everyone else is looking at him as small. So when looking at this beautiful fiqh from Ibn Qayyim, rahimahullah, when he says this beautiful dua, Abu laka bi ni'matika alayya, I acknowledge and recognize the blessings that you have upon me, and I acknowledge my sins. When you recognize the blessings of Allah, that increases your love. That should result in increasing your love and closeness and connection to Him. And when you recognize your deficiencies, you recognize that you don't have it all figured out, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that is al-Qahhar. He is the overpowering one. He is the Al-Akbar. He is the great one. He is Al-Qawi. He is the most strong. And that should make you debase yourself and lower yourself and feel that you are nothing without Him. For verily Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Khaliq, the creator, the provider, and the sustainer. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.